I'm Hans de Wit, Professor Emeritus of the Practice and Distinguished Fellow, as well as former Director of the Center for International Higher Education at Boston College. During my directorship of CIHE, I came with the idea to develop what at that time was called the WES-CIHE Seminar on International Higher Education, and then became the WES-CIHE Summer Institute 2 years later, and asked World Education Services to support this initiative based on my long-term connections as a former board member and chair of World Education Services, to stimulate much more the possibility for young scholars, PhD students, master students and postdocs that are working on internationalization of higher education, international higher education, to have the possibility to exchange as peers among themselves their research, and also to be connected with experts that could give them advice. I know that also scholars like me are looking forward to be part of this Summer Institute, because we always learn. We also, as experienced scholars, still learn. We learn from our young scholars, we learn from their conversations as peers, and that makes it a mutual benefit for everybody.
So that was really sort of an exciting experience to meet people that you've read their work, and not just hear them speak about a topic, but really be able to introduce yourself, to share your ideas and your work with them and receive feedback. That was something which was really a highlight.
One of the opportunities that the Institute provides is a friendly environment. It's always very daunting, right, for students at the start of their research career to be getting feedback and reviews. And usually you would have to do this in an environment where people don't know you, and they can be quite brutal, and rejection is never easy. And so the Summer Institute is one where you are actually amongst a critical friend, I would like to say, who are still going to challenge you, but in a way that is more developmental and providing you with opportunities for growth and also for your own personal development. But the other thing that's really strong about the Summer Institute is the peer-to-peer engagement and learning, and that's very powerful as well, because you need to build a community of researchers as you go forward from all around the world, and that's what the strength is of the Summer Institute.
The faculty panels don't just refer to research findings, they talk about, tricks and of the trade, so to speak, in terms of if you're thinking about publishing, what do you need to think about, what do you need to know, what do you need to avoid doing. If you're interested in different kinds of methodologies, what are some new things that are happening in the field that might be useful?
I went and participated in the Summer Institute at a time when I would say I felt kind of isolated in my own faculty. Not that people aren't kind, but that I think a lot of times in international education, we're one of the only ones in our department that are looking at these questions, or maybe we're in a faculty that doesn't even deal with education altogether. And so the ability as a young researcher to come to an area where everyone is kind of interested in the same things and give you kind of this sense of belonging within a research family and community, that was something to me that really helped give me grounding and gave me people that I could go back to.
One memorable moment from my time at the Institute is having late-night chats with my fellow participants at the dormitory. I love how we were assigned to live with other participants in suites, which allowed us to continue the wonderful conversations we had during the day in a more relaxed and intimate manner.
I think the first thing for me is making sure that they have a space where they feel first and foremost as scholars, and that their scholarship is celebrated, appreciated, and that is connected with questions of practice.
I got to present my first ever research project during my PhD studies. I received invaluable feedback from peers and professors from all over the world at the Institute, which has greatly contributed to improving the quality of my work. I have since turned my presentation into a manuscript, and it's now under review at a peer-reviewed journal, and I'm super excited.
I learned a lot actually when I reflect back that this was only a couple of days of my life. What has come from it, the benefits have been enormous, exponential. Not only being able to learn how to concisely present about my research and write about it, connecting with the faculty mentors, the scholars. I met some scholars that I had read their work and never met them before. And then some that I have collaborated with moving forward. And I still stayed in touch with several of the participants that I met there.
I feel that because the Summer Institute brings together a relatively small, yet very diverse group of young researchers, it is a community that supports you in so many different meaningful and inspiring ways. And it continues to do so even after the formal program is over.
The other things that I find really helpful is the professional development discussions or panels at the Summer Institute. Some of them are really helpful for me to think about the next step of my career and how I navigate the academic job market. Things like this that are really practical and helpful for me to think about the next step of my life.
It's important to jump in with 2 feet, to really to invest in the experience, to be sure to give everything you've got, to really show up on and turned on and engaged, because this is really a unique and in some cases a very once in a career type of opportunity to engage with some of the brightest minds in the field, to be able to meet and connect and network with people that are going to be the next generation of scholars in international higher education, and also to really open and learn from each other and have people learn from you.
What I would say is at the end of every Summer Institute, Gerardo and I end up texting each other and saying, that is my favorite thing we do every year. And it's true, every year that is a legitimate, authentic response that we share with one another. Because there's something just so uplifting about seeing this room full of vibrant, excited, generally young people who are interested and who bring such different perspectives and different viewpoints. And we're going to shake up the field. That's really exciting to see that. And to watch those networks form right in front of us is really exciting.